CBS This Morning is partnered with the professional networking site LinkedIn for our continuing series, Work in Progress, which explores the future of the American workforce. This morning, we are looking at employers' use of high-tech wellness programs to keep track of workers' nutrition, exercise, and sleep. About 6 million employees worldwide reportedly receive a fitness tracker as a part of work wellness programs last year. That's an increase of about 4 million in 2 years. 21% of large companies that offer health insurance collected data from those wearable devices in 2018. The previous year, it was 14%, according to a Kaiser Family Foundation survey. Jessie Hempel is LinkedIn Senior Editor-at-Large. Good morning, Jessie.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
So what are companies trying to accomplish with these devices?
Well, companies have two goals, right? And the first is not a surprise at all. They want to save money, and they know that if people are healthier, they will cost less over time through health insurance. But also, this is a new trendy thing that you can offer employees that employees are asking for. And so they want to be able to offer it, and it's not hard to do.
And some of the incentives are worthwhile, right?
Oh, yeah. I mean, there was one company in Texas that the Washington Post reported on last week where you could earn as much as $1,000 back over the course of a year, and that's a lot of money to the average American worker.
Mm-hmm. And are any of the workers penalized in a sort of carrot-stick scenario where they may get a lot of incentives if they do actually work out, but if they don't, what happens?
Well, that's a great question. And, you know, for the most part, these programs are opt-in. You choose, and you are rewarded. When the question of penalty comes up, employees tend to react very badly to that.
Yeah, I would imagine.
Yes, literal carrots and sticks. If you eat a lot of carrots, you won't get the stick.
Yeah.
What exactly are you opting into, though, with respect to sharing your data and how much of it with your employer?
That is exactly the question that every viewer needs to ask before they sign up for one of these programs, because here's the thing, they are all different right now. There isn't sort of one out-of-the-box program. Now, most of them are offered through a health insurer. Somebody like Aetna, which last month signed a big contract with Apple, for example, to roll out one of these programs. And when that's the case, HIPAA, for the most part, if you're getting your fitness tracker through your health insurer, HIPAA is going to mean that your health insurer is not going to pass that information back to your employer. But if that health tracker is coming through a company that is not a healthcare company, that question is still up in the air. We don't know.
So HIPAA is the law that regulates what kind of private information can be.
Exactly, John.
So what are some of the questions that employees should be asking employers before they sign up?
Well, there's really only one question, and you've got to keep it front and center, and that is, who gets to see my data? And by extension, like, how can they use my data? And this is an interesting one, and it comes up with every tech device, because there is a short-term answer to that question, and then there are these long-term unintended consequences. And it is up to everybody who makes the choice to use one of these to decide the balance for her or himself. In the short term, this might be great. Maybe your information is protected by HIPAA, as we were talking about, and you have the sense that you are in control of your information. But none of us can guarantee that things aren't going to change in the future, that federal regulation isn't going to change, that what is allowed to be shared isn't going to change, and you have to be comfortable with whatever happens.
Or that employers begin to mandate that you share your health data with them before you can get insurance or the type of insurance that they pay for.
That's exactly right. And, you know, it's a question that people are talking about a ton. And so, you know, I see this actually come up a lot on LinkedIn, and we asked people recently whether they thought these fitness trackers were a good idea. And frankly, the answer was kind of mixed, like straight down the middle. There are a group of people who are just concerned about privacy, and others who are like, nah, this is a great benefit.
It's the future. Jessie Hempel, thank you so much.
Thank you.